We will overcome. You can't keep a good man down. They keep trying though. I don't know what to say. I was having trouble with YouTube just to get that video started. And I had to shut the computer down, and because YouTube was not responding, I just said, let's just shut the computer down, give it everybody time to reset and get going. And eventually I got that going. It's going to make a little noise. I got to move this microphone up here. Sorry, folks. There we go. And so just like that call I made to the United States Patent and Trademark Office examiner, no audio. Oh, goodness, I better check. Lord have mercy. This just gets more and more complicated. Come on. I don't have anybody here give me a thumbs up, so I just gotta check and see. I don't have anybody here give me a thumbs up. I got the sound. All right, we got video, we got audio. So we were rudely cut off. Rudely cut off. So I listened to the talk. Occasionally I got a little bit ahead of myself. I'd start and then I'd give commentary, and then I'd give where I was going. You know, the commentary could have come later, but other than, you know, a little bit of that, I think everything's pretty good. So where that ended, I was explaining about this notice of mailing. So most of you have received packages, and it's got a little, it's got a plastic or cellophane or some type of protector for a shipping label. Well, if there were any kind of errors on that shipping label, would that have any effect on what was inside? If that's what was intended to be put inside was put inside and was delivered? No, it wouldn't. So there was an error on the date that I didn't catch, and the notary didn't catch because she was being interrupted. It was a busy day. I waited in line. I got my turn. Everyone in there was busy. And then the notary that was facilitating my paperwork's getting extra busy with phone calls and computer work. So first time I used a notice of mailing, I put an error in there, and it was the date. So what does Deborah Hill do? Deborah Hill staples it, the court case, and sent it back with a letter. And again, I'm returning your documents, as it is not clear the purpose of your filing. And the notarization of the document, no S, would not be valid given that the date is in the future. So you see, and then if you're requesting excusal for jury duty, it appears you made that request formally for the summoned date in September 2021 and was excused. Summoned, ordered. Me. No. I own my authority. I know who I am. I am not your slave. That's why I put you in court, Deborah Hill. Yes, I put you in court. And here's the green card, Deborah Hill. And this was a prior case, Deborah Hill. And you did not return this. You did not return this with any objection of anything. And guess what? Let's see. The date on the mailer is 9/21/2021. Let's see what the date is. Let's see what the date is on the notary jurat. 21st day of September, 2021. Oh my. The notary date, the mailing date, they all match, don't they, Deborah Hill? And you received this and you didn't object. What does this say here? Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Deborah Hill. And what's this all about here, Deborah Hill? Notice of maladministration, notice of constitutional demand, notice of common law, notice of petition protest, notice of change in contract terms, notice of right to arbitration, notice of treason, notice of public servants warring with the people. Also, my Americans Notice of Liability served again. So I have a copy of this over here. It's all loose. So this is the same thing, except see, I got my dead man's switch here. You see, this is 3 of 3 originals with seal, noticed by affidavit initialed herein, and there the notary puts the initials, within by notary as jurat certificate witness below. You can make more than one original and you can have it documented by your notary. So, we will get to a very important section of this document. However, before we get there, I'm going to read 2 parts of this. This is the 3rd paragraph on page 3. Yeah, exercise my lungs a little bit. Oh, well, actually, I'll just stop it. I'll just start at the top of page 3 because there's a couple of paragraphs here. Evidence of continued trespass and treason by dishonorable administrative judge Lynn M. Boudet is documented. See Exhibit 5. Dishonorable administrative judge Lynn M. Boudet and Kalkaska County servants used the United States Postal Service in a fraud, operating outside of a jurisdiction and in trespass upon Ethan Dean. See Exhibit 5. All right, now with regards to the land taxes here, and the notice of liability. First, the notice of liability, paragraph 3 here on page 3. Please take further notice of the enclosed document notice of liability being served again in response pertaining to orders, threats, and presumption of administrative authority to order, excuse, and penalize. Said notice of liability remains in full force upon the recent past and as well any and all further trespass is now served directly on dishonorable administrative judge Lynn M. Boudet and again on the county of Kalkaska for a 3rd time, and all Kalkaska County public servants per my order and within statement above. See Exhibit 4, 1 page, and page 1 of this affidavit. All right. Then on page 4, this is very important here. Please take further notice regarding the property detailed in the above paragraph. I declare, demand, affirm, and order that due to the testimony and fact presented within these matters, that any and all tax liability is void and abrogated for a term of 200 years. As such, all tax liability of said property forward is hereby abrogated regardless of future splits, division, separations, or sale. The entirety of said property within the on the record recorded land description boundaries of said property. I abrogated the taxes lawfully. Now, towards the end, this is on page 9. This is an affidavit and contract and change of terms. Remember, notice of contract and change of terms on the front page. Any man or woman who denies these claims are true must rebut them under penalty of perjury in the form of a sworn affidavit. I made a claim, I made the order. They're going to rebut it. They got to do it under penalty of perjury. Any man or woman who decides to suppress this affidavit agrees to pay $30,000, and any disputes by any public officials or private actors who are bound by contract to the United States Constitution and or any state constitution within or without the United States of America agrees to have these matters heard before an arbitrator of my choice and to be bound thereby. Oh, did she suppress this? Apparently. 30 grand. Any man or woman denying these claims are true must rebut these claims point by point within 3 days or 72 hours. Failure to respond means that by acquiescence you agree that all claims are true. Failing to respond with constitutionally granted authority, which gave you the power to disregard the rights of the people mentioned within this affidavit and contract, means that you agree to have this affidavit used against you as evidence of treason, constitutional rights violation, trespass, and maladministration. I abrogated the taxes. It doesn't matter to Deborah Hill, county clerk. Twice she pleads guilty to treason. Sheriff, undersheriff, jail sergeant, prosecutor, all plead guilty to treason. That's my story. It's a true story. So then, time passes. A lot of time passes. And I get to thinking, I never had any interaction with the village police. And I'm getting educated on jurisdictions. And I'm thinking, okay, village police jurisdiction. Oh my goodness. The circuit court and the district court are in the village. Oh, the county clerk is in the village. Oh, the sheriff's department is in the village. So I decide I'm going to go see the chief of police. Not the chief of police, the village police. I didn't care who I talked to. Actually, I kind of hope I'd be talking to somebody in middle or lower law enforcement, which I was. So I'm set up live on YouTube. I make the introduction. I show his face, cite his name. YouTube's gone, shut down. Didn't record it, didn't save it. And all I did was refresh. And I'm back live on YouTube. But that's where it starts. And again, nobody will accompany with me and be witness and hold the camera. I'm just beginning to get started. I got a whole briefcase of evidence with me. And within a matter of minutes, that man gets up, he's called away. When he comes back with the chief of police, Chief Popa. And you can listen to that video. Listen to him tell you he has no authority over a judge. I hadn't said anything about a judge. But like I said, this is a small community here. They're all protecting each other. They're not protecting us. Kalkaska County is known as the cannabis capital of Michigan. There's 8 provisioning centers, dispensaries, 3 head shops, and a cannabis lounge. And all the commercial property that was available was sold off, and property that wasn't available sold off at high price to processors and growers. And there isn't one processor who will bring this forward. I've talked to them. So bring it forward. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about paying me a royalty. Don't worry about giving me a penny. Just do it to my standard and bring it forward. And they won't do it. Why? Because they don't want their business destroyed. They don't want their life destroyed. And so they allow the treason and the trespass to go on, and they keep being good slaves, paying their licensing fee, seed to sale tracking, monitored by cameras everywhere they go, everything they do, seed to sale tracking. They're tracked. Slaves, pussies. Oh, it's just so disgusting. So, countdown's kicking down. Countdown's kicking down. I can get a job in one of these dispensaries sweeping floors or cleaning toilets. I'm a highly skilled tradesman. I graduated high school, licensed mechanic. I have multiple trades. I'm a master carpenter. I'm a licensed builder. I'm a jack of all trades. I've been off the roof. I've been down the chimney hole. Yeah. Closing up at night, and they didn't frame around the chimney hole, the mason hole. Boom, where do I find myself? In the basement. Oh, and it goes on. I paid my dues. I've done international business. I've done product development. I've learned so many things I never intended to learn. I've had so many businesses I never thought I would have. And now I'm the world's leading authority on oral health with cannabis since 2015. I don't have a microscope. I don't have a spectrometer. I don't have any scientific equipment. I don't have a scientific education. And yet I remain the world's leading authority. And I'm attacked by every attorney that's involved. From my defense attorney who didn't defend me. From the judge who let the case go on without my defense attorney being there. From the prosecuting attorney who lied and lied and lied and lied. To associates. You could say lifetime associates who says to me, "Oh, Ethan, oh man, I'm being told I shouldn't help you." Kind of making it sound like it's, getting advice from family or something. Like I said, long-time associates. No, that's what I thought. Now I'm pretty well convinced. The word is out. The bar has put the word out. My patent attorney worked against me. He conspired with the examiner at the United States Patent and Trademark Office, who stopped dogging my case and viciously attacked it on 9/11. And that's all documented. I got the emails, I got the phone transcripts, I've made the phone calls. My patent attorney worked against me. I overcame a final office action denied because I had worked with NDA, and I had ferreted out a man who was a scientist, was a cannabis guy, was a genius, and a patent attorney. And he advised me that I was on my way to issue, and meaning my patent's going to issue, and I have many patents to pursue. And when I told my former patent attorney that and said, "I don't believe I'm on a level playing field," he says, "You're not." He'd been working against me for years, conspiring with that examiner, Michael Miller. Getting a little loud. Sorry if I blew your ears out. That's passion coming through. And billing me for it. Billing me for it. I won the patent. And now I gotta deal with the issue fee. I gotta deal with a continuation application, or I'm gonna lose those many other patents. And I gotta file the PCT so I can secure international patents. So I start talking with cannabis attorneys. I find 2 cannabis attorneys that are hot. They were hot to conspire with my former patent attorney to screw me and make sure that I didn't get the international patent filing done. I needed $6,000 for that. That's it, $6,000. I had the money for the issue fee. I had the money for the continuation fee. I had money to give my attorney. I didn't have the $6,000 for the PCT. These 2 bar attorneys, these 2 cannabis attorneys got 50% of my intellectual property in contract. And here we are. Over 2 years later, I haven't heard a word from either one of them. And the patent office is playing their stupid games. But I've got it documented. You can go watch them videos. There's one with no sound. That's a shame. Just void that. But I'm leaving that up for documentation. All right. These important videos that I do, like the one previous to this, all of a sudden everything freezes up. Everything freezes up. So here I am with part 2 because I couldn't get through part 1. When I called that examiner, no audio. Other videos I've done, they step on keywords time and time and time again. Well, it's all right. That's a badge of honor. I'm your Huckleberry. We will prevail. We will win. China B. Hi, China B. The legal system is so corrupt. Yes, the legal system is extremely corrupt. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing that everywhere. You're seeing that the executive is corrupt, the executive branch, federal and state, county, corrupt. What did I say? Executive branch, federal, state, county, it's all corrupt. Legislative branch, federal, state, county, all corrupt. Judicial system, federal, state, county, corrupt. It's an enslavement system. So you're getting all kinds of red pill enemas and constitutional power slaps and gut punches, and it's really pouring in now. And you got Ethan over here in Kalkaska showing you how to own your authority and how to have optimal oral health, and I give you the Americans Notice of Liability. I share my trade secrets and my intellectual property with you, and you're all just gonna let me go. You're gonna release me from my prison here, from my prison here in the middle of my 40-acre prison system, and free me to be out on the streets. I salute you, America. I do. I salute you, you frickin' cowardly, spineless, dumbed down, indoctrinated, sleeping sheep. There isn't one dentist who will come forward in all these years, not one medical provider, not even ex-military medical providers. No pro-cannabis politician will come forward. No pro-cannabis attorney, British agent will come forward. Nobody outside of my protected territory for my intellectual property will bring it to market. Processors here in the village of Kalkaska, all set up, won't bring it to market when they don't have to pay me a penny. I salute you, you sleeping sheep. What else can I say? I love you. I wish you'd wake up. I wish you would get some bravery. Quit being cowardice. Oh, Stephen Greer, he's an interesting guy, isn't he? Hey, Jay. Glad to see you here. Stephen Greer, he's an interesting guy. He put a video out, and I posted it on my Telegram channel either early this morning or last night, and I want to get it here because the title, here we go. I'll show you. There you go, Stephen Greer. New military whistleblower program will change everything. He doesn't tell you about the whistleblower program. New military whistleblower program will change everything. Dr. Greer. Dr. Greer, where's the whistleblower program? You're going to come out and put a video out like that and tease a guy like me? Oh, man. So today is Sunday, March 26th. These parasitic British agents are going to send clowns in costumes to evict me from my paid-for property, my home, my shelter, my effects. Just not taken care of by March 31st. And I can't get a job anywhere. Okay. Just like I can't get anybody to hold that phone. All right. My friends, My associates don't associate with me. They used to. I used to be able to pick up some work here and there from my friends. My friends are gone. My associates are gone. I salute them and their cowardice asses. But I'm going to keep fighting for them, every one of them, just like I'm fighting for you. Supposedly, we're going to have televised tribunals. The T-Man's talking about televised solutions. June and July. I need to know where that military whistleblower program is. I need a couple of them military right here in Kalkaska. I tried to make Kalkaska become the first constitutional county. I'm up over 280 videos now. I never want to do any of them. I don't claim to be good at this. I think I'm better at it than I was when I started. But still, this isn't what I wanted to do. I'm a private man. I don't like big gatherings. I don't like going to concerts. I don't like going to parties. I don't like going to clubs. I don't like crowds. It's just me. That's who I am. I don't want fame. Don't want fortune. And I certainly don't need all the money that's due me because I've become a minimalist. I eat once a day on average. I do that part out of necessity and part out of it's healthy. And I try to eat as well as I can. I could be doing better. But there's a lot of people got a lot worse than me. A lot of people got no idea how to stand up and fight. They know what it's like to be trampled and lose. So do I. I know what it's like to stand up and come back. And I know what it's like to win. And I'm a winner. And in the end, I'm going to win. Big for you. You're going to have optimal oral health with cannabis. You are going to have the ability to have optimal oral health with cannabis, to have a nourished endocannabinoid system. And once you get a nourished endocannabinoid system, you can't get high on marijuana. You can't. When you have a nourished endocannabinoid system, you have a highly functioning immune system. And you cannot get high on marijuana. Now, we can make non-euphoric formulations as well as euphoric formulations for many, many, many different, say, conditions. From oral health to pain relief to digestive health to sunscreen to rejuvenating your skin, lowering eye pressure, antifungal, antibacterial, bone stimulant. The list goes on and on and on. And not one truther, not one health freedom fighter, not one digital warrior, will bring this forward. Because they're cowards. And they admit it. John Nolan, I salute you, you coward. David Nino Rodriguez, I salute you, you coward. You admit you're afraid to do the reporting that you do. And if you're afraid to do that, oh, you're scared to death to touch me. My story. The list goes on and on and on and on. Knowing a crime and not reporting a crime is a crime. Giving aid and comfort to the enemy is treason. You people are afraid to stand up for your rights, but you're not afraid to be treasonous when we got a global military operation going on. It should be clear to you by now. That should be painfully obvious to you by now. And you're going to keep being treasonous? I salute you. And I'll be watching for the public viewings of the solution. I love you people. Fighting for you. Putting this all on the public record. And I ain't giving up. I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to take my last breath fighting. All right, everybody, own your authority. Don't fall on the sword. And quit being cowards, would you?